You're joining us for another great session this morning. Um, these days in business, it's not just about having the best products and services, is it? It's also about having the best mindset to sell in the digital age. Yeah, so our speaker this morning is Tom Abbott, all the way from Singapore, is where he's based, and he's the founder and CEO of SOCO Sales Training. Has been featured in Forbes magazine, is the author of the book Social Selling. Organizations worldwide engage with Tom and SOCO, his business, to optimize their business processes so they can generate more leads, stand apart from their competitors, and also close more bigger deals in less time. I mean, this is it's so it's our pleasure to have him with us today to discuss cutting edge best practices on AI, algorithms, and automation drawn from decades of working with global market leaders in the tech industry. I mean, Tom, you really seem to have the full package. There's no doubt. You're working in a large organization, you're managing it, leading it, helping your teams to sell, and then you're getting all these best practices and then sharing them with customers from literally all over the world. So we are so delighted to have you here. Take us away, Tom.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for that, Paul, and a warm welcome to all of you here. This is one of my favorite topics. Obviously, we've been hearing a lot about AI in recent months and the last couple of years. And I think this topic here today on AI, algorithms, and automation is really what every sales pro needs to know, not just now, but for the future. So let's just jump right in. I'm curious as to what your current comfort level with AI is in sales. So if you're able to, can you please just type in the chat real quick? Would you consider yourself a total rookie? As in, I'm new to this. I don't even know what topic am I even on here today. Like, what's going on? Total rookie. Maybe you've dabbled a little bit. You've tried a couple of things, maybe a prompt here or there. Maybe you're using it every week. Maybe you're locked in, dialed in, and maybe next level, Tom, I am Chat GPT. Like, so where would you put yourself on the scale right now? Please just drop it in the chat. I'm really curious to know where you're at when it comes to adoption of AI. Okay, I can see the chat just lighting up. Oh, like this. Merci. Is it merci or mercy? I don't know. Merci, yeah? OK, perfect. Merci. Moi, je parle un peu de français aussi, alors je crois que je connais ton nom très bien. Merci beaucoup. OK, using it daily. Very good. So we've got from total rookie to using it daily. We've got C kind of in the middle there. You're like, you know what? I use it. C's and B's. Orla, using it regularly in marketing more than sales. So that's interesting. Some really great use cases there in marketing. Yeah, Kim's like, yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. Got it. So we've got a range from kind of, newbie to next level, and that works out just great. So look, for any of you that say DIM Chat GPT, stick around afterwards because I might have a few questions for you. I don't know. Okay. Okay, let's face it. The first time I used ChatGPT to draft a proposal, I honestly thought to myself, like, am I out of a job? Or am I finally ahead of deadline for once, right? Like we're all just figuring this out. And I think this slide here just really sums it up. And we're just trying to figure out how do we do things better? And we're always asking ourselves, will this replace me or will this support me? So I'm leaning towards it's going to support us as it already has. And we're going to dive a lot deeper over the course of the next few minutes. So why this talk? Why now? Well, here's the truth. Your buyers are moving faster. Tech is moving faster, and we can't afford to be last in line. This moment, well, it's not about robots taking over like Terminator, but it is about you leveling up. We've got a combination of market pressure and AI hype, and this is going to equal decision time. B2B buyer expectations have changed. So your customers are changing, whether it's the buyer from a sales perspective or even that buyer early stage shopping around, decision making, evaluating on the marketing side. We're seeing that sales cycles are tightening. And AI is not optional, but rather it's operational. It's going to help you get more done faster and easier than ever before. So let me break this down because we hear these terms used a lot. We hear AI, algorithms, automation, and a lot of folks kind of clump these all together. So I just want to simplify it and make sure that we're all speaking the same language. So for me, AI thinks, algorithms decides, and then automation does. So think of it this way. You've got your AI is kind of doing the thinking, it's doing the deliberating, but the algorithm is deciding. Think of YouTube, for example, deciding what to show you, or LinkedIn deciding who to recommend that you connect with. That's algorithms, that's decisions. And then automation is the doing. And we've already got automation set up on a lot of our emails with filters and with commands and if then type things. We've got automation already happening with your CRM. So these things are already a part of our day to day. But I just wanted to kind of bring this to your attention so that we can distinguish and differentiate between these three. Really, when you put it all together, AI, algorithms, and automation, it's like the ultimate sales rep, but it's one who doesn't complain about the coffee and doesn't mind making calls, right? It's the ultimate SDR. Now, every time LinkedIn shows you someone who viewed your profile, well, that's an algorithm, plain and simple. Every time your calendar schedules a Zoom call for you, or when someone books on Calendly and then it just ends up, boop, it's in your Outlook or it's in your calendar. Well, that's automation. AI is already your coworker. So whether it's email filtering, LinkedIn suggestions, sales dashboards in your CRM, your calendar auto booking, guess what? AI is already a part of your sales life and it's already a sales partner. So here's a mindset shift. And people ask me this all the time. Will AI replace me? I say, no, AI won't replace salespeople. But salespeople using AI will replace those who don't. The good news is AI doesn't replace the relationship that you have with customers. That's key. AI doesn't replace relationships. It enhances your reach, your insights, your time. And the most valuable thing that we have in sales isn't some script, it's actually time. And the great thing about using technology is, guess what? You're still the driver, but AI is your co-pilot. So I invite you just to think of it in those terms. So I remember, and this is actually a real life scenario, a sales rep that I spoke with recently, and I hear this all the time, tells me how they're using AI to analyze past deals. Super important. We call this one-loss reviews, where you're reviewing the deals that you won. You're also reviewing the deals that you lost. You can do this manually on your own, or you can start using AI to actually review the data, analyze past deals, and start to spot which prospects were more likely to churn. That's huge. It's so hard to get a customer. It's even harder to keep a customer. So if we can find ways to spot these things and to preempt these things, wow, you're ahead of the curve. And AI can help you do that. So one sales rep that I spoke to recently, she used AI to analyze some of her past deals, spot which prospects were about to churn or most likely to drop off. This ended up saving her 10 hours a week. So she didn't have to do it manually. She was just having the AI working behind the scenes on this and presenting her with the data for her then to take action on. And that way she was able to spend those valuable hours rather than trying to, analyze data and come up with a report and figure out what to do next. She actually used AI to do that for her. And that gave her all of this time to do what? To actually get on the phone and talk to customers, to talk to people. Novel idea, right? That's what it's all about. Sales, the high value stuff in sales is not in the back end operational admin tasks. That's the stuff that prevents us from getting the face time, from doing the things that we want to and should be doing. Customers want to hear from you. So we need to spend as much time in selling situations as possible. And technology finally now allows us to do that. So I've got a question for you. And please drop your answer in the chat. If AI could take away one painful task off your plate, and I'm going to give you a few hints and ideas, but I want you really to think about this. If AI could take one painful task off your plate, what would it be? Would it be writing those follow-up emails? I see Kathy was like, yeah, emails, right? I hear you. Would it be writing those follow-up emails? Maybe it's doing prospect research. So you come to these meetings prepared. And instead of asking the age-old question, so what keeps you up at night, thinking you're a good consultative seller, we come prepared saying, I've done my research on your company and your industry and your role in particular. Here's what's probably keeping you up at night. Or let me share some insights with you of what should be keeping you up at night that maybe you're not aware of. That's insight selling. That's next level selling. And tech can help you do that. So is it writing follow-up emails? Is it prospect research? Is it maybe updating your CRM? My gosh, most salespeople like me, when you're on, you just like to talk to people, but you don't want to go back and like, okay, did I write some notes down and what did I say? And I've got to put that in my CRM afterwards. I don't know a true salesperson that loves sitting in front of their computer updating the CRM. If they do, I don't know if sales is for them. Maybe sales ops. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Maybe sales operations. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sales enablement, sales ops, but salespeople prefer this face to face, not this. Okay. Type yes in the chat if you agree with me. I just want to get a feel. I'm trying to gauge the temperature out here. Type yes if you're like, heck yes, Tom, that's so true. Yes. Okay, perfect. So updating the CRM. Great news, or what I find exciting, even on Zoom, I use the AI companion. So easy. It's already there. When I'm hopping on a prospect call, a discovery call, I just beep, I hit the AI companion and it will not only record it, as it always has, but AI will transcribe it verbatim and then even summarize it and put it into different sections for you. So it's a great review. You can just copy, paste that, put that in your CRM, or even set up some rules, some integrations so that you can have Zoom integrated with your CRM, right? So you can either do that. If you're not a tech nerd like I am, you can just do it old school and just copy, paste the transcription and put that in your notes. It allows you to be fully engaged with your customer and not having to be distracted and writing down notes, but you can just really be in the moment. So is it updating your CRM? Finally, maybe it's finding the right contact. Maybe you're doing account-based selling or account-based marketing, and you're trying to find out who are the 4.6 key stakeholders in this client organization that I need to be talking to, right? Data shows us usually in the average B2B sale, there's 4.6 people that are involved in the decision. Who are they? How do you reach them? AI can help you. Okay, so please type in the chat, let me know. Yeah, Paul's like, definitely yes, love that. A lot of yeses. Ooh, Brian's like, yes. Okay, love that. So we've got A, B, and C. Include D. Okay, you're like, Tom, all of the above. Yes, please. Yes, please. Got it. D for me, says Sarah. Love this. So the one, and Orla D as well. So the great thing about it is it just takes so much off of our plate. And it's about how do I do more with less? We hear about this all the time. How do I do more with less time? Well, tech has always been able to help us, but AI is just the next level helper. So let's keep it real. Let's admit it. AI is amazing at some things, and there are some things that AI does better than you and will always do these things better than you, no matter how hard we try. AI is amazing at repetition. It doesn't get bored. Okay? It doesn't get bored. It doesn't get distracted. It doesn't take bathroom breaks. And it lives for spreadsheets, folks. AI lives for spreadsheets. And pattern Recognition? Come on, it's like Sherlock Holmes on Red Bull. So AI just crushes it. Repetition without burnout and speed at scale. So we can't compete and shouldn't even bother trying to compete with AI on that level. Now, here's some even better news, because that's good news, but here's even better news. There are three things that you still do better than AI. And even the best AI agents that I've seen don't come close to this. AI can't read the room. I don't think there's if you're enjoying this session so far, I don't think there's any AI tech in the world that would be able to replace this guy with this experience that we're having right now. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Okay. So AI can't read the room. It doesn't understand tension. That's a big thing in sales. Context, sentiment, tension. What's going on with your prospect right now? Are they thinking, like I can see Orla's thinking here, right? She's figuring things out. Okay. Mercy's got a nice smile on her face. Oh, Kathy's loving this. I can see it. AI is not picking up on all of these vibes. AI is not picking up on the body language and understanding context. It doesn't get it. AI cannot turn silence into an opportunity. It can't figure that out. It can't build trust. This is what you can do. This is what you must do. That's your edge. That's your art. So it's really about having this mindset shift, moving from seeing AI as a threat to a team member. Think of AI almost like a GPS. It suggests routes, right? But you still drive the car, right? You decide where you're going to go. You decide if you want to put on the brakes, if you want to pause, if you want to do a little side trip here or there, if you want to do a little pit stop. You are the driver. And sales isn't going away, folks. In fact, it will never go away. It's just evolving. And I've been around long enough. My God, I got some gray here. I've been around long enough in sales that I've seen it all and I've heard it all. Whether it was emails, whether it was fax machines. Okay, I've just dated myself here. We always thought, oh, watch out, technology is coming for our jobs. It's not. It's coming to help your job better if you embrace the technology, if you use the tools. And I know that each and every one of you here today is the kind of sales pro who's going to evolve and change with the changing times. So I'd like you to try something this week. All right. I want you all to commit to trying something this week. I want you to, I don't know, use ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity, just whatever GPT you prefer. It doesn't really matter. But I want you to use ChatGPT to rewrite your cold email. So let's say you want to reach out to someone cold, or you've got a campaign, you're going after some past customers or lost deals. Take a crack at getting a GPT to kind of craft the wording for you, to reword and rewrite that cold email, and then compare it with what you would do now. Use it as a partner, someone that you're riffing off of and collaborating with to actually come up with something better than maybe you would on your own. Use Gong to summarize your next sales call, or use the AI companion on Zoom, for example. You can try an AI tool that scores your leads in your CRM, but just start small, but start. Do something. Give it a try. Don't be afraid, but be brave. And look, you don't need to master AI by end of week. No one's asking you to do that. You just need to test something. It's not perfection, it's progress. So what's your next move, folks? Even if you're nervous, just lean in to this. This isn't about machines taking your job. It's about making your job better. Faster, sharper, smarter. That's you. At the end of the day, folks, AI is not here to steal your momentum. It's here to fuel it. So let's shift gears and start driving the future one smart move at a time. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Tom. I could honestly just listen to you the whole day, all day long. It was easy, mesmerizing, engaging. You've got real skill in terms of, and I hear you. There's no AI that's gonna that's gonna replace that. Tom, we've got a number of conference organizers on the call,
Mm.
and the recording obviously will be sent out as well. And they're constantly looking for new ideas, fresh approaches to conferences. And there's a lot of sales conferences that happen, even leadership conferences. I mean, we're all selling, right? We're all
Mm.
influencing, and we all work with sales teams indirectly or directly. So how do we all support these really key components to our businesses?
Mm.
And is there any sort of tips or anything that you would say to the conference organizers in terms of positioning you? I mean, I think you are rated one of the best sales speakers in the world. That'd be my take on it. Is that how you would sort of position yourself? In
Mm.
other words, to help our customers with their stakeholders in terms of positioning and influencing, getting you on board.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Of course, yes, I would position myself as one of the best sales speakers, but I think what's probably really valuable for, the event planners, that are present with us today to know how to position me would be if they're working with a client, a customer on a regional or a global sales conference. And they've got sales reps from all over the world speaking multiple languages in different markets, and they're looking for a speaker that has actually addressed multiple audiences at the same time. Someone who's spoken to audiences over 12,000 people. So
Yeah.
can manage a room, can captivate an audience of,
Mm.
1, 100, 10,000 or more. People, as you mentioned, Paul, at the start of this session, the way I speak, it's deliberate, it's slow, it's
Mm.
particular, so that people, regardless of where they're from, are able to understand what I'm saying. That is probably one of the biggest reasons why people would engage me to speak at their conference. And then, of course, having dealt with multiple industries, multiple companies over the last 20 years, I've seen a lot of change. And this particular topic here, AI, algorithms, and automation, this is something that a lot of sellers are struggling with, and they need to get on board. And if they don't get on this, they're going to fall behind to some companies that are adopting it. So for organizations that are kind of, forward thinking, future focused, that are looking for a sales speaker that is talking about how to use technology in a sales context, that's probably how I would best position myself.
Lovely. Love the answer. All right, so we've got a question from Sarah. May I ask how we sort of personalize AI, as nobody wants to be the recipient of an email to think it was AI generated, and there is always that fear. In the beginning, it wasn't as bad but now people are getting a little bit more sassed, aren't they? And even if it's a good one. So
Yeah. It's funny because, and that's a great question. I think this is from Sarah. This is a great question because I feel like we can almost spot an AI generated email a mile away. And
yes.
that's the problem because people are so-called going all in, but they're not seeing it as a companion or a partner. They're seeing it as a replacement to themselves. They're not cross-checking it. They're not reviewing it. They're not A/B split testing it. They're not running it by another human and saying, "Hey, what do you think about this? Like, does this seem normal?" I'm going to share a little something with you. I'm in a chat group right now. Um, I won't say what group in case it gets out there, but in case they're like, "Hey, wait a minute, are you talking about me?" But maybe they'll know. But I'm in a chat group right now, and it is so obvious that the organizers are using AI to help them craft messaging to post in this chat. What's so embarrassing is on at least 2 occasions, they copy pasted everything, including their prompt.
Oh no. No.
Hey, help me write an engaging
Oh.
WhatsApp message.
Mm-mm.
What is going on with people? So it's like, come on, folks. Technology can only do so much for you. We still need to use our own little noggins a little bit. So there's some examples of AI fails. But look, again, it won't replace you, but it's a partner. So how do we use it to at least kind of get the conversation started? Here's how I like to use AI.
Yeah.
Most people use AI, they ask it questions. Hey, how do I do this? Hey, do this for me. I actually do it the opposite. I say, okay, GPT, I'm thinking of writing a cold email to my prospect. What 3 to 5 questions do you have for me about them and this situation
Wow. Yeah.
that would help you come up with a better first draft?
Mm, love it.
Now we're talking
Sorry,
next
getting
level.
yeah.
Now that first draft that comes back is already really good. And then I might go back and go, oh, okay. And it's going to ask me questions. So then it gets me to think even more about, right, okay, who is my ICP? What are the most pressing issues they're facing right now? I might even go back and go, hey, that's a great question. How would you answer that question? Like, use it as a partner, someone that you're riffing off of. It's not Google. Don't think of it as Google on steroids.
Yes. Gotcha, Tom.
Think of it as a
Lovely.
partner.
A fresh approach.
Mm,
Brian has a question as well, and I know we're getting close to running to the end of the session now. But
mm,
Brian is the CEO of Better Place to Work, which is also partnering with us today, and
mm,
that they help companies to just run better businesses, as do you. So
mm.
it's such a lovely partnership at sessions like this. And he's saying, how do you make people in your business feel comfortable using AI without benchmarking data?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, so I think there's 2 parts to
how
that.
did that go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 2 parts to that question, and I love it, Brian. So my mind works as I see 2 parts. Your first part was feel comfortable. So there's feeling, and then
Yes.
you have benchmarking data, which is facts and figures, right? So we've got 2 parts to this. There's the feelings, and then there's the facts and figures. So let's just start with the feelings. People have to feel comfortable using any technology, whether this is AI, whether this is LinkedIn Sales Navigator, whether this is a CRM, whether this is a spreadsheet, whether this is an email, like it doesn't really matter. It's technology, it's change management. And change management always requires a champion, right? Who's going to be the champion? Who's going to lead the way? So if Brian, for example, were the sales leader at Better Place to Work, then I would say, Brian, if you want your team to start using AI, you need to be using AI constantly. And you need to be sharing some of the wins and some of the losses. Like, hey team, I used AI to craft this email and it wasn't that good. But here's a prompt I tried to make it even better. What have you all tried? So you've got to be a model. You've got to practice what you preach. You've got to show them that, hey, it's not perfect, but it's better than what we're doing now. And that you have to be the champion and basically lead by example and lead from the front. If you can also find what's been referred to as a first follower. So it can't just be Brian as the sales leader barking down on the team like, you've got to use this or else. Brian needs to find someone on his team who is kind of an early adopter, someone that really likes tech, whether it's AI or something else, and kind of get them on board or see if they're already on board and get that person to really be the champion or the spokesperson, the ringleader to kind of get the rest of the team excited about using it. But at the end of the day, salespeople only care about one thing. Am I closing bigger deals faster and more often? Okay. So if what you're doing prevents me from doing that, I'm not going to adopt it. If what you're offering or suggesting helps me do that, and you then get to the facts and figures, which is the benchmarking data, can show me how, you've got a winning combination.
Tom, you nailed it. Thank you. Spot on time as well. Answered some lovely questions. Such a great session. Really appreciate it. Just a huge thank you from me and my team. And I'm going to hand you back to Kathy now.
Thank
Lovely
you.
seeing you again, Tom.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, that was really great, Tom. And I loved your answer to Brian's question. That was really insightful. For me, I do find that when I use ChatGPT, I ask it a question, it gives me the answers. And I know that it's not how I would, people will know that it's sort of a fraud. So, you do have to go through everything really carefully and make sure that it is your language. So it is definitely a partnership. It's not, just leaving everything up to ChatGPT. But that was really insightful. Thank you so much.
Okay, my
And
pleasure. Thank you.
next week, we've got a South African lady who was the first whistleblower for the infamous South Africa's Enron case. She secured justice and transformed adversity into meaningful impact. So we will see her at 9 o'clock next week. It's Wendy Addison. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.
Everyone.
Hey, great stuff. Let's connect on LinkedIn. We'd love to stay in touch. Take care, folks.